In today's episode, I'm talking about features that I want to see in the next skate game now that we know it's a free-to-play live service title. So follow along and let's talk some skate.
Johnny got nothing to do with that. Shut the backs, expose those cats.
Welcome back to another episode of the Hippy Jump Podcast, a podcast all about the video game franchise Skate. If you enjoy what I bring you today, I would greatly appreciate it if you like and subscribe to the podcast. It really helps me out. So first of all, I got a new mic for my videos, so hopefully my audio sounds a little better. I know that was one of the things that I was trying to improve this whole time, and hopefully it sounds better. Hopefully I got it right this time. Just let me know what you think. Now, ever since the boardroom, we've been talking all about if free-to-play was the right move for the next skate game, and there's been crazy debates all over the internet. Everyone's been talking about it. But today I'm not going to talk about that. I talked about that a lot in the last video. Today I want to take the fact that this game is a free-to-play live service game. I want to accept that for what it is, and I want to try to put some positivity in it by thinking of cool things they could do to really spice up the live service aspect of the game. So I've written down a couple ideas that I had. Some of them are definitely inspired from other games, just kind of put into a skate model. But regardless, let's jump into the things that I got. And if you have any ideas, I want you to comment them down below. I would love to hear them. So the first thing I thought of was taking a death race, a classic game mode from the older games, and taking that and putting it into a bigger, grander setting, more like a mass race from Riders Republic. Now for a mass race in Riders Republic, the entire lobby, it's like 30 something people, they would all race through different sports and stuff all through this giant race, and it was a lot of fun. But I think this could be really cool in a death race form. Everyone just bombing down the hill, a whole server. I don't know if it's 60 people or if it's 30 people. I don't know what the servers are. We don't have confirmation on that yet, but I want everyone in one race racing to the finish line. It could get really crazy. I think that would be just dumb fun, honestly. And I think you could get really creative with it now that we have parkour. You could do a section of racing on your skateboard, and then a section is just parkour stuff. You're strictly off your board and you're climbing through obstacles and stuff. I know some people are gonna be like, oh, this is a skate game, it's not parkour. Why would you say that? But I'm just having fun. We have parkour, we might as well use it. The next idea I had for the game kind of ties into that as well. It's downhill racing, just like a death race or something like that. But in this case, it would be more like an in-game event that you go to. And you know, they even set a day for it, like this day, if you log in, you can join in the downhill race of 2022 or 2023 or whatever, and it's like you spectate on the sidelines, then you get your turn to go race down with a group of people, and everyone watches you do crazy stuff and watches people fall. You could even put a giant ramp at the end of the hill. This is definitely inspired from the real life downhill festival. I forget what it's called right now, but it's insane. I'm sure you guys have seen it. If you haven't, I'll probably put a little bit of clips right here, but it's crazy. People absolutely eat it on that thing. It's madness, but it's kind of like that. I think that would be cool. And little festivals and in-game events like that could also be used in like park settings where, you know, everyone's having one big server at a park and you can roam around and stuff, and then you can also skate. It might be too much for some areas. I'm not sure how that would balance out, but I think it would be a really cool way to get the community to come together within the servers throughout the world. And obviously you could get rewards for doing these events with people. Another thing that I thought of, which I kind of touched on in the last video, it's rotating spot battles or spots in the map that aren't spot battles, but then they become a spot battle location. I think that would be really cool, and it would really keep things fresh. You know, in the old skate games, we had our set spot battle locations that you could choose from, but now that we have this giant open world and it's continuously being updated and it's a live service, one week this stair set over here could be a spot battle, the next week it isn't, and this set over here is a spot battle. Things like that, and then, you know, favorite spots can come back in the mix or stay in the mix. I think that would be a cool concept to toy around with as well. The next thing is an absolute must, and obviously this is gonna happen. Ongoing map changes. Of course, to keep the game fresh, we gotta add on to the map. We gotta change things on the map. Maybe look at analytics and see where people don't really skate as much, and maybe turn those into cooler looking places, or kind of spruce them up, maybe to get more players in those areas. Or also, you know, we have buildings throughout this map, so we can open up a building one day and boom, it's a skate park now. Or if we have a mall in the map and the mall becomes abandoned, totally not inspiration from another giant skateboarding game, but you know, I think that could be a cool concept as well. Another idea I had kind of comes from the concept of like in Fortnite or in PUBG, you get a random crate drop in the middle of the map, and first person to get to it can loot it and keep the loot for themselves. But in this case, it's skate, so there's a random spot on the map that becomes like a hot spot, I guess. It becomes, you know, the first person to own that spot at a certain amount of points gets the prize for whatever that is, whether if it's XP, currency, or cosmetic item. I think that would be cool. I mean, if people are just skating around and then boom, a hotspot comes up. That's what I'm calling it now, I guess. It's like, oh dude, I gotta get over there. I gotta skate over there. I'm near there. I can get over there really quickly. You go there, you own the spot first. Boom, you got the rewards for it. And if you don't want to participate in that, don't have to participate in that. You just keep playing the game how you want to. This next feature is definitely a given for any free-to-play video game out there. It's daily and weekly challenges. I think this would continue to keep the game fresh. Every day that I log in, it tells me to do a certain amount of tricks, or go do something at this spot, or do this many points. Something to give me incentive to, you know, log on and chase a certain objective. And these challenges could be rewarded with XP or currency, or maybe a cosmetic item of the day, or maybe if it's a weekly challenge, at the end of the week you get a cosmetic item or a board or something like that. A lot of people are probably gonna hate that because they don't want it locked behind stuff and they don't want to grind, blah blah blah. But it's a video game at the end of the day, so things like that are probably gonna be happening. And as long as the challenges are fun and not super grindy and annoying, then I don't see why it would be too bad. I think this would be cool to just give you something extra to do when you log on, you know, not make them too crazy. A daily challenge you can complete in 30 minutes or less when you log on, and then you can go about your day. You know, you do your dailies and then you play the game how you want. The next thing is touching on Collabo Zone, which they talked about last week in the boardroom. Collabo Zone is basically the new park builder where everyone gets to collab and build on things together. Like I said in the last video, it sounds like it could get really hectic. I don't know how they're gonna combat griefers and all of that in the Collabo Zones. However, I think we have to have the ability to play Collabo Zone by ourselves, which I think we will be able to. Obviously, people love park creation and creating different parks and locations. Solo Collabo Zones is a must, and we need the ability to save certain Collabo Zone lots or our Collabo Zone creations, upload them to a network, kind of like the park builder and all of that. It needs to be just like that. We need to have the ability to do that. I feel like they definitely probably thought that part through. I would hope, at least, but you know, you never know. I definitely have to have something like that. Not because of me, not because I'm like a crazy park builder, but because it's fun to download people's custom creations. And also, there's a lot of players that just play skate to build things. They don't even skate, really. Another feature we have to have is in the tune of that, absolutely, private lobbies are a must-have. We can't play this game without private lobbies, at least. I would prefer just a straight-up single-player option to the entire game, of course. I don't know if we're gonna get that, they haven't said for sure, but we could at least get private lobbies. We need to be able to skate by ourselves. Or going back to Riders Republic, they have Zen mode, where you can turn off all the online features and you can just do your sports, do whatever you want to do in the open world. We have to have that option because I know a lot of people like to just play by themselves. I skate by myself all the time in skate games. I most of the time am never online, so I would really appreciate that option, and I guarantee Full Circle has thought about that as well. The next thing ties into in-game events and festivals like I was talking earlier. I think it'd be really cool if we get the Olympic Street and the Olympic Park course, and you can compete on it, you can play, you can skate it, and it comes in real time with the Olympics when the Olympics are going down. It's a one-for-one creation of the parks. I think that would be really cool. I would also love if this went hand in hand with Street League as well. We got Street League courses when Street League courses were going up because they're all different. You know, the week of Street League, you can go in the game, you can play the Street League course, and what would be really sick is if they stay in the game afterwards, but I'm not sure if that would work due to copyright and stuff. However, Skater XL does it, so I'm sure Skate could figure it out. Now my last feature, it really isn't a feature, but it's just a request from me. Let's bring Danny Way's Hawaiian Dream back, please, because that DLC was incredible. That map is super fun. That's probably my favorite like mega park in all of Skate. I had so much fun on that map. I don't know if it would just be completely separate from the entire world or whatever, but I want that map back. That would be so sick. So Full Circle, please let Danny Way's dreams live on for all of us in the skate community, and let's play the Hawaiian Dream pack again. Thank you. I would love that. I think a lot of us would love that. So that was a list of some of the features that I thought of that could be really cool in terms of a live service skate game. And I really want to hear your guys' ideas because you're probably a lot more creative than I am. So definitely please comment down below so I can look at them and talk about them in the next video. Now, before I head out of here, of course, as always, I want to react to some of your guys' comments. You guys left a lot of good comments last week, since that was the video when we found out it was actually free to play and everyone was freaking out. You guys left a lot of good feedback and good concerns as well, so I want to run through them. So first off, Nick says, so you can play EA Skate since 2007, you can still load up that disc in your old PS3. No way that the always online free-to-play EA Skate 4 is still playable in 15 years. So this is a huge concern in the whole community. I think I've seen this more than most things, is a lot of people are like, if this is an online game, it's free to play, blah, 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 all that stuff. What happens when the servers go off? Will we even be able to play this game? And a lot of people are like, this game's gonna be dead in a few years. We're never gonna be able to play it again. Like, why would they do this? And I think this is a very valid concern, and I think we definitely need to hear a Full Circle solution to that, because I'm sure they don't want the game to just disappear one day. I have a feeling we will get information on that soon, hopefully in the next boardroom, but we just have to wait and see. But Nick, you're definitely right. I agree with you. The next comment, Zachary says, I hope we can get something that allows us to share film/photo challenges with friends or everyone. 100%, I'm pretty sure this will be a thing. It was a thing in Skate 3. I think it was a thing in Skate 2 as well. I would bet money that this is gonna happen. So Zachary, I'm pretty sure you can look forward to a feature like that. I agree with you. I want to share my clips and stuff, my photos with everyone. So I think that's a great idea. Next comment, Darian says, I also noticed all the people freaking out have never played a skate game and probably have no idea what the game's even about. Free to play just means my homies who never want to spend money can play, so I'm hyped. Which is great. I'm happy that you're hyped. I'm happy that your friends that want to be cheap and not spend money, they get to hop in for free. That's what I'm stoked about too, because I have friends that don't want to spend money on the Skate franchise as well. And also, I agree, I think a lot of the people freaking out last week were not necessarily even Skate fans to begin with. I think they just hopped on the EA hate train. There definitely was some Skate fans that were upset, of course, but I think there was a lot of people in just the gaming community, period, that were just angry just to be angry. So I feel you on that. Albert comments, I hope Skate is on the Switch. 100%, I hope it's on the Switch as well. I think the more platforms, the better. I don't know how the Switch version would perform if there was one. I mean, it's gonna be free, so I'm definitely gonna check it out on Switch if it makes it there. So Jake commented, pretty lengthy comment. I'm not gonna read it word for word, but he does say that he thinks with the context of this game being free to play, that it won't give Full Circle enough incentive to really develop a fully fledged out single player story mode like old Skate games. He explains that he definitely wants a story mode, and of course there's a lot of people in the community that do, And he also talks about the idea that maybe they'll release a story mode after release, and it'll be a separate thing that dedicated fans could pay for if they really want that experience. So like I said in the last video, I do think there will be a single player story of some kind. I just don't know what it will be. I'm not expecting it to be a full out game, obviously, because this is a free-to-play title that they came out and said this game is free to play. They didn't come out right out of the gate saying this is a regular skate game with a story mode, so it's definitely going to be different. I don't know what it's going to look like. I hope it's as big as it can be, and personally, if they do release multiplayer first and they say we're working on a story mode, it's just taking a longer time and it'll be out soon, and hey, it'll cost like $20 to play that experience, something like that, I would be okay with that as well. I think this topic about the game is in such a gray area that it's really hard to speculate on or really comment on. Full Circle really needs to do some elaboration in this aspect of the game because the community is clueless, and also a lot of people are pretty upset about this, and I get it. I personally am trying to keep my expectations low in terms of a story. I'm just looking at what we've been shown so far and just taking that for what it is and getting myself excited for a multiplayer skate experience. However, I know a lot of people don't want to do that because that's not how they want to play the game, and that is an issue, so I guess we'll just have to wait and see what Full Circle says. But thank you, Jake, for the comment. I really appreciate all the love, man. Now my last comment comes from Entombed42. He comments, I hear free to play ... I think anti-cheat. And for sure, I've seen a lot of people say that with free-to-play games, there's more hacking. It invites a lot more hacking, as well as cheating and exploits to the game. I'm not sure how much that would translate into a skateboarding video game, unless you're doing spot battles or games of skate, and I don't know, people are literally perfect at skating or something. I'm not sure how that would work, but I'm sure Full Circle has looked at options of anti-cheat and already set plans in motion to weed those type of people out and ban those people. I'm sure they're already working on a system. I would hope so, at least. But anyways, guys, that's all I have for you today. Again, please comment down below what you guys want to see in terms of a live service skate game. I understand it's not what everyone wants, but if that's what we're gonna get, let's at least try to accept it and, you know, make something fun out of it. Think of some fun ideas that could come from a live service skate opposed to a skate game that never really got live service things like that, like the past titles. As always, I appreciate all the love from all of you guys. You're the best. Thank you so much, and go play some skate.